How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Halloween sale that runs through November 5th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $3.74, Ghost of a Tale is a stealth-driven adventure where you play as Tilo, a courageous minstrel mouse trying to escape the dungeons of Dwindling Heights Keep and find his lost love, Mara. Set in a beautifully realized medieval world ruled by rats and filled with crumbling ruins, twisting corridors, and lush outdoor areas, the game blends exploration, light RPG mechanics, and immersive storytelling with a painterly art style and meticulous attention to atmosphere. You'll sneak past towering foes, don disguises to fool your captors, solve clever environmental puzzles, and uncover ancient secrets hidden throughout the keep as you turn cunning and charm into your greatest weapons. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is a 2.5D action RPG that blends fast-paced combat and platforming with a heartfelt story about rebuilding a town and the bonds that form along the way. Set in the frontier settlement of New Nevea, players venture into the mysterious rune barrows in search of treasure, materials, and ancient secrets, while helping locals recover from a devastating earthquake and rediscover their hope. You'll slash through hordes of monsters, chain character abilities in beautifully animated combat, and gather resources to upgrade the town, unlocking new shops, quests, and storylines that connect directly to Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $3.99, Quake is the legendary dark fantasy first-person shooter from id Software that defined the genre and inspired decades of retro-style FPS games. This enhanced edition modernizes the classic with 4K support, widescreen visuals, improved models, dynamic lighting, smoother performance, and Trent Reznor's haunting original soundtrack while keeping the fast-paced, precision gunplay completely intact. You'll battle hordes of grotesque creatures across gothic castles, lava-filled dungeons, and nightmarish dimensions, armed with devastating weapons, sharp reflexes, and an arsenal of explosive tools, and dive into 4 full expansions plus a brand new campaign from Machine Games. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $4.49, Shadow Warrior 2 is a chaotic first-person shooter where Lo Wang returns to battle demonic legions in a corrupted, procedurally generated world filled with deadly enemies, intense action, and dark humor. Players wield an over-the-top arsenal of guns, swords, and magical abilities, chaining fast-paced combat combos while exploring sprawling, ever-changing environments and uncovering hidden treasures, ancient relics, and powerful loot. You'll team up with friends in 4-player co-op or go solo through brutal missions, combining strategy, skill, and sheer carnage to survive, all while soaking in the game's irreverent story and stylized high-octane action. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $4.49, Sprint Vector is a high-octane VR multiplayer platformer where players race through gravity-defying courses using athletic skill, speed, precision, and strategy to claim victory. Powered by Servio's fluid locomotion system, you'll run, jump, climb, and soar at breakneck speeds while navigating 21 intricate obstacle-filled courses that challenge reflexes, timing, and creativity at every turn. You'll compete online against up to 8 intergalactic rivals, deploy explosive power-ups, and master multiple paths and shortcuts across visually wild, futuristic environments, all while unlocking skins, customizing characters, and mastering each competitor's unique abilities. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $4.49, Saints Row the Third Remastered is an over-the-top open-world action game where you lead the 3rd Street Saints in chaotic, hilarious, outrageous, and unpredictable criminal escapades across Steelport. Remastered for PlayStation 5, the game features enhanced lighting, textures, shaders, and 4K resolution at a smooth 60 FPS, bringing the city's neon-soaked streets and wild environments to life with unprecedented clarity and detail. You'll hijack tanks mid-air, call in satellite strikes on wrestling gangs, and battle elite syndicate forces while exploring a city packed with absurd missions, crazy weapons, and endless opportunities for destruction and mayhem. It's an 85 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For 99 cents, Limbo is a minimalist puzzle platformer where a young boy ventures into a dark, eerie world to uncover the fate of his missing sister, facing unknown horrors at every turn. Set in a shadowy, monochromatic landscape filled with subtle visual clues and haunting silhouettes, the game blends environmental storytelling with clever, physics-based puzzles that challenge timing, precision, observation, and creative problem-solving skills. You'll navigate deadly traps, avoid lurking dangers, manipulate the environment, and experiment with risky strategies and atmospheric levels that reward patience and exploration while immersing you in its unsettling, mysterious, and unforgettable world. It's a 91 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4.49, 20XX is a fast-paced roguelike action platformer where you and a friend jump, shoot, and blast through procedurally generated levels to save humanity from overwhelming robotic threats. The game features tight, responsive controls, over 100 powerful upgrades, and a wide variety of play modes, optional difficulty modifiers, and daily and weekly seeded challenges to keep each run fresh, intense, and unpredictable. You'll battle massive bosses, experiment with permadeath runs, and team up locally or online in co-op while unlocking new abilities, upgrading your arsenal, and mastering each unique, randomly generated stage filled with traps, enemies, and surprises. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $4.99, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is a family-friendly action-adventure where Batman teams up with DC heroes and villains to travel across the universe and stop the villainous Brainiac from shrinking entire worlds. Players explore a variety of colorful, LEGO-built lantern worlds, solve puzzles, and use unique powers granted by the lantern rings to overcome obstacles and unlock secret areas, all while switching between a huge roster of heroes and villains. You'll fly through space, engage in fun combat, collect studs and mini-kits, and tackle cooperative challenges in a humorous, lighthearted story packed with iconic characters, clever references, and inventive LEGO gameplay. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected is an over-the-top open-world action game where the leader of the 3rd Street Saints becomes president and battles an alien warlord inside a reality-bending simulation to save Earth, the galaxy, and all of humanity. Remastered for modern consoles, it features updated visuals, character models, environments, and dynamic shadows, bringing Steelport's chaotic, vibrant world to life with sharper detail and cinematic flair. You'll unleash superpowers, wield outrageous weapons, drive bizarre vehicles, and tackle missions, DLC content, and hilarious encounters while enjoying the series' signature humor, absurdity, and over-the-top sandbox action. It's an 84 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens is a humorous action-adventure where players relive the epic events of the blockbuster film with LEGO's signature charm, exploring new story content bridging Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. You'll play as heroes like Rey, Finn, Poe, Han, Chewbacca, and BB-8, or villains such as Kylo Ren, General Hux, and Captain Phasma, navigating cleverly designed LEGO environments, solving puzzles, and engaging in fun, family-friendly combat. With new gameplay features like multi-builds that let you choose construction paths and intense blaster battles using the environment strategically, every level offers creative challenges and comedic LEGO chaos. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Trek to Yomi is a cinematic action-adventure where young swordsman Hiroki vows to protect his town and loved ones, journeying beyond life and death to confront tragedy, honor, and his own path. With breathtaking visuals and camera work inspired by classic samurai films, the game delivers a true cinematic experience, blending moody environments, dynamic lighting, and period-authentic detail. You'll engage in stylish, fast-paced sword combat against skilled foes and supernatural beings, navigate haunting landscapes, and experience an enthralling, mythic story underscored by a memorable, atmospheric soundtrack that immerses you fully in feudal Japan. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Eagle Flight is an immersive VR flight simulator where you soar freely over a beautifully recreated Paris, engaging in thrilling aerial dogfights, performing daring maneuvers, and exploring iconic landmarks from breathtaking heights. Players can fly solo to master intuitive controls or team up with friends in fast-paced multiplayer matches with up to 6 participants, using agility, strategy, and skill to dominate the skies in competitive, adrenaline-fueled battles. You'll dive, loop, barrel roll, and lead your squad through dynamic combat, experience a comfortable yet exhilarating VR experience, and enjoy the freedom, scale, and stunning detail of flight in a living city. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $4.49, The Walking Dead: A New Frontier Season Pass is an episodic narrative adventure where you play as Javier, a man desperate to reunite with his family in a world brutally torn apart by the undead, starvation, and the moral decay of surviving communities. Players navigate morally complex decisions, build relationships, and face life or death choices, while traveling through dangerous settlements, confronting hostile survivors, and struggling against relentless zombie hordes. You'll meet Clementine, whose own tragic past intertwines with Javier's journey, shaping a gripping, emotional story across all 5 episodes of this award-winning Telltale Games series. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I've played Quake, Limbo, and the Saints Row and Lego games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.